Hey, what's going on? This is Surajit and welcome to fifth part of the real-time chat application using Firebase and React.js. Let's switch back to Firebase account and click to database option from the left sidebar. Now let us create a new database from here. Firebase has two types of databases, a product they call real-time database and another called Cloud Firestore. Both databases are NoSQL-like databases, meaning the database is structured as key value pairs. For this tutorial, we will use the real-time database. The structure we will be using for our app, which will have a root node called chats with children nodes. Each child has a content, timestamp, and user ID. One of the tabs you will notice is rules, which is how we set permissions on the content of the database. Firebase database rules are defined as key value pairs as well. Here we will set our rules to allow only authenticated users to read and write to the chat node. There are a lot more Firebase rules you can check out from the documentation. Let's write code to read from the database. First, go back to the editor and edit chat.js in the pages folder and add some code to import React, Firebase, Authentication, and Realtime database. Next, let's define the initial state of the application. Then add our lifecycle method called component_did_mount with async keyword under the constructor. The real main logic takes place in component_did_mount dv.ref chats is a reference to the chats path in the database. We listen to the value event which is triggered anytime a new value is added to the chats node. What is returned from the database is an array-like object that we loop through and push each object into an array. Then we set the chat state variable to our resulting array. If there is an error, we set the read error state variable to the error message. One thing to note here is that a connection is created between the client and our Firebase database because we used the .on method. This means anytime a new value is added to the database, the client app is updated in real time, which means users can see new chats without a page refresh, which is nice. After component_did_mount, we can render our chats like this one. Here you can see we are destructuring user, chats and content from the component state. By using this technique, we don't need to call this dot state when we access those state properties. After that, we console log the user property. Later, we will see what is inside the user property. We render the email of the currently logged in user inside the div tag. Then we rendered chat messages from the chats property using map. This renders the array of chats. At the moment, users can only read from the database but are unable to send messages. What we need is a form with an input field that accepts a message to send a message to the chat. So let's modify the markup. We have added a form with an input field. The value of the input field is bound to our state variable content, and we call handle change when its value changes. Handle change gets the value from the input field and sets on our state variable. To submit the form, we call handle submit. We set any previous errors to null. We create a reference to the chats node in the database and use push to create a unique key and push the object to it. As always, we have to bind our methods to the component. So inside the constructor method, add a new line, then add this dot handle change equals this dot handle change dot bind this, and add another new line. Here we are going to write this dot handle submit equals this dot handle submit dot bind this. An user can add new messages to the chats and see them in real time. How cool is that? Now we need to test what happened to our code. So if we refresh here, we can see we have this textedblog@gmail.com which is coming from user state, and we have a simple input box right here, and if we type right here, you can see the state also changes. Now we need to right click on this web page, then click to inspect, and let's see what happens here. And there is a connection state error. Okay, no problem. So we have this thing right here. So there are lots of properties. You can see display name is equal to null, eb email verified is false, ga and is anonymous, metadata, multi-factor, photo URL. So you can see the photo URL right from here, and this is the thing we can get from the user, and we need to close this. And right now we have this form. We just need to use our style sheet to design our component. So at first we need to log out from here, so we need to remove this and then refresh the page, and we have this presentation. So at first we need to go to our terminal, then so we need to install our Bootstrap by using this command yarn add bootstrap and hit enter. So Bootstrap has been installed. Now go back to the editor, and in our app.js file we just need to import Bootstrap. So import Bootstrap, then dist css, and we will have bootstrap.me css. Save this file. Now go to the browser. So our Bootstrap is successfully installed. As you can see, the structure has been changed, and we need to go to our login.js file, and here we just need to change this division element to class container, and here we just need to cut this form, and also use another div element. So here division class name login, and cut this element and put it right here, and inside the container we are just going to use division class name row, cut it, and after the container right here, so container, then row, then we are going to use division class name column 12, then column sm10, then column md8, then column lg6, then m margin right auto or mx auto, and cut this division element, and after the form, and then save this file, and it and the prettify will automatically format this. So if we go to here, you can see we have this right here, and we just need to use margin top 4, then padding in y position 4, then we will get like this one, and after that we need to make this division element class name like form group, then the class name of this input element should be form control, and we can copy this to here, and also the class name of form group to here, and also inside here, and the division error message to here. We can place this division element before the submit button, and if we see right here, and also we can change the button class name to button primary, and also we can make this as button block. Okay, nice. And also if we are using this GitHub sign in also, that is from here you can see sign in with Google and sign up with GitHub. We can use these buttons inside our login, so we can make it like from just going to the sign up, and we just need this thing, copy it and paste it to the login. So after the sign in, press comma, then paste it right here and go to the, here we can see this thing, we can copy to here, and also Google sign in and GitHub sign in, copy it after the handle submit. Then we can copy this to this division element right here, and then put it after the division element of submit button. So we have this here, and we can see inside our here, that is or, and from group class name to here, so save it. And also we can give the class name of Google provider button, that is button danger, then button block, and the class name button info, not button info, you can make default, then button block or button secondary. You can see the design. So the design is not looking good, so you can make it as button secondary to see. Okay, we have this one, and we have this or, and we can make it as class name text center. Okay, so nice. Now we have this, you can click on here, now close it. So I think we have designed this login file. Now we need to go to the sign up page. Same again, we just need to make this as class name sign up, then the division element, division class name, container, cut this and place under the form, and also make another division element that is going to be our column, not column, row, then call 12 dot call sm 10 dot call md 8 dot column lg 6, and margin x auto. Okay, now we can cut this and place under the font. Okay, now we can use margin top 4, then margin y and not margin padding y 4. Save this file, and if we go to our sign up page, okay, now we just need to make this division element to form group. I need to copy, then here Now you can use class name form control, and then the button class name button info button block. Now I just need to copy this class name and paste it right here, and then info is going to be danger, and this should be secondary, or I can make it as primary, so secondary, and save this. And we just need to make the or as class name text center, now you can see we have this or, and we can sign up from here also, and also we can log in from here. So this is it for this sign in and sign up. So if we go to the you can sign up with Google. Now I just need to click with this, and we have this. We will come to here later, but we just need to fix something which is our this one, like we are using services Firebase.js. If you use GitHub to push your project, you just need to remember that this is our confidential, so we need to use .env file. So at first create env file inside your root project. So here I'm just going to make it as env, then go to gitignore, then after the misc use env, save this file and go to your env. And remember, whenever you try to make any environmental variable, you just need to use react app, then the environmental variable name. So at first we need to open our Firebase file, API key. So this should be API key equals, then we can copy this and paste it here, then auth domain. So react auth domain, then the database URL react app, I'm just using the key combination of Ctrl K U, so it will be uppercase, make with uppercase format. So remember, if you need to use this one, So remember, I'm just using my configuration for Chatty React, and whenever this project is completed, I will delete this project. So I warning you, don't use my configuration on your project, because it will not work on your project. So remember it. So now you can use this one. So we need to we need to terminate this npm debug. So we need to press Ctrl C, not here. I just need to use here. So clearing this one also. So React app API key, so it's showing us that is not defined. So we have this right here. No problem, we will check it later. So I need to refresh it. So if I run npm start, so it says failed to compile, React app API key is not defined. Oh, I'm really sorry. I just need to use process.env.this one. So the editor is complaining for this, so I just need to use this one for every environmental variable. So paste it and also paste it right here and save this file. And now if I go to our file, I can see our app is working. So this says welcome to Chatty. We can also fix this home page. So go to the file. So inside our home.js file, we can change this. We can make it also class name, home, then container, then row, then column, call 12, column call sm10, the column md 12, I think 8, and you can cut, then copy here and see. Okay, we have this. We can also change this margin to 4, then padding 4 for top and bottom padding, and also we are going to make it as text center. Save this file, and we have this welcome to Chatty, and also we can make this link as look like button. So button info, then button info, you can make it as button info. So we have this button, you can click on it. So we are redirect back to the chat component, then test it at first. So then after that I will design this component. So At first I'm just going to open inspector tool to see if there is an error. So there is an error from the connection, so let's see what happens here. Now type here, right here, that is hey. Okay, we are getting this thing, so we can right here inside our chat component we can comment this console log. Okay, now type here hey and hit enter. Okay, there is a connection problem, so there is an error on. So after using a mobile network, you can see there is a message and a timestamp right here, and if I use another message, that is hit enter, and you can see it automatically renders the updated messages. So we have successfully used this. Now what we can do is we need to log out. So cookies, and we can use remove right here, and then refresh the page, and we can sign in with test@gmail.com, then password, and hit enter. And as you can see, this user can read this message, and if this user says howdy, I am fine, how about you? So it's working. And also we can check if inside our chat component, so go to the chat component right here, and you can see right here that is user.email. So this is our header, and we can use that is division element, and a button. You can use a button right here. So you take at first li, then this li log out, and you can use on click this dot log out, and you can use it right here, that is log out, and auth dot sign out, and then click on it. We have been logged out. So again I'm just going to okay, now we have this test@gmail.com, then log out, and we can install another dependency, that is React router, React icons, that is yarn add React router, and also we are going to use React loading, then hit enter. I'm really sorry, I forgot. I just need to install yarn add React icons, and hit enter. Okay, we have React icons. So now at first we need to use React loading at first too, so we can check the documentation for React loading. So the documentation will be here. We have these properties for different like this one: type, color, delay, height, width, class name, and also we have this loading types, that is blank, balls, bars, bubbles, cubes, cyclone, spin. We are just going to use spin. So inside the app.js file, you can use it instead of h2. So what it says, import React loading from React loading. So we can import like this one, so we can copy and paste right here, and then we can use after the this one. So remove it and you can use this thing. So copy this file and you can use a division element, division class name, loading indicator, and right here you can paste it here, and type we are going to use spin, and the color we're going to use red, and it is we are going to show 3% and also 3%. And let's see in our browser, if I refresh, you can see this one. So copy this one and we're going to use return this here. Oh, sorry, I just need to cut this. And then make a new file right here and save this file. So we have this thing, loading indicator, and I can use inspect element, flex position fixed, top 0, left 0, try content center, align items center. You can use set index to 999, and background you can use RGB. Okay, width 100%, height 100 ph. Okay, this one you can show this, but the indicator I think is okay. In you can see on bigger size the indicator is showing good, but in smaller size it will be okay, no problem, you can use this. Now we just need to copy this thing. You can copy it, and we are using it on our app.js file. So we have this app.css, and we can import our app here. Import app.css like this, and can go to the app.css file, and we can remove all of this and paste it right here, and also we can save this file, and we have this thing, cut this, and we can go to the app.js file and remove this return and paste it right here, and if we go to the file we can close it. So you can see the loading screen, and then this one. So this is the logout button, and inside our chat component you can use, I need to use icons like this one, and then import React icons, then documentation, this thing. Okay, I just need a vertical vert. I need this one from MD, more vert, this one. Click and it will just copy to our clipboard. So import more MD more vert from React icons, then MD, and after okay, this one here I can paste it, not like this one here, and I can cut this, and inside the span I can use this thing, and we can use a state, that is show menu is equal to false, and here we can use show menu, and after that here we can use show menu if show menu, then render this, else null, then cut and paste it right here, and we will also design it. So if we go to our this and refresh, so we have this. Now we need to add an event listener, so show menu, make it as division dot menu con, and here I'm just going to use on click toggle this dot toggle menu, and here toggle menu event. I just don't need event, just need to set this dot set state, and that is show menu, not this dot state dot show menu. Set this, and we need to bind this inside here. So toggle menu like this one, set this file, and we click on it, so you can see the logout button is showing right here, and if we click right here, out button will be deleted from the DOM. And let's see how we can design this interface. So at first we need to create inside the chat.js, so we can like paste, so make it as chat.css, and we can close all of the file, close others, yes, it should be chat.css, and here we can collapse all of these and open source. We have this, so we can change this to name chat window. Okay, so this is header, this is chats, and this is right error, and this is our chat form. We can make this as footer because this is the end of this element. And I can comment this out: user info header, then chat messages, then error messages, then chat form. Now we have chat window, and here you can set this file, then use chat window, and that should be not like this, the chat window, and that should be display flex df, and flex direction, this should be column. Okay, and okay, right here, and also we have what we have chat window, then inside the chat window we have user info dot user info, and this user info should be order 0, and then display flex, and then we have chat messages. You can make it as chat messages, order 1, and then display flex, chat, then right error, this should be order 2, display flex, and then chat form, order 3, display flex. Let's see, there is nothing. Okay, so I think I need to import this chat. So but this is not right. We can use flex chat messages. This should be flex none. Okay, this is our flex box. Now we need to make this thing to be here, and okay, as this is going to be so lengthy, I'm just going to pause this video. I'm going to copy paste from the previous project, and then I'm just coming back later. Now I have updated my chat.css file. Now if I go to the our chat window, you can see this is still not a very good design at the moment. So we will step by step will fix this So now I'm just going to the chat component. Then here I'm just going to the render. Okay, here in render, well, we just need to use const display name is going to be user dot display name question mark, then user dot display name else user dot email, this one, and const avatar URL I can use user dot photo so here you can see default avatar URL. So we need to import it from our assets file. I didn't include the assets file. I will upload this project in my GitHub repository so you can get those images from there. So let me open the source folder in here. So inside the source folder I just need to create a folder. Here I'm just going to make it as assets and paste it right here. So inside the editor you can see we have these assets. Now you can import default avatar URL from assets, then avatar.png like this one, and we have this. Then at our user.email you can see right here we can use like here you can use class name user avatar. Then I'm just going to paste this code, this markup right here, that is division class name d1, then styling with 40 pixel by 40 pixel width and height, then source this avatar URL, then draggable false, class name user avatar image. Then after this you need to paste this thing, that is division class name display name role button, division class name d1, division class name d2, then the span title display name, class name s3, and the display name. And if we go to here you can see right here we have this thing, so you can check right here. Now you can paste right here, as it will say on click this. We need to make it as this dot toggle menu, and on click this should be this dot logout, and if we go to here we have this, and inside the chat messages you can see right here I'm just going to delete this and paste right here. And we also need moment to show this chat timestamp. So before doing that I just need to see chat moment, react moment. You can search from here
this one, moment, react moment. So I'm just going to use yarn and moment, then react moment, just copying this inside the terminal, yarn, and then paste it right here. So this has been installed. We need to import this moment. Now we need to import moment, import react moment. Save this, and so if we go to browser, so here you can see we have this so far. So if I write hey, how it's going, so you can see this message is going through this user and the user this one. So this is the end of this tutorial. If you have any questions about this project, you can ask in the comment section. Please subscribe my channel for the upcoming video tutorials. Stay safe, be healthy. See you next time.